Evening. Thank you for joining us. I am Rachel Teedy. This is your 13 Now evening update for September 26th, and we are going to dive right in here. First, we are talking about a relationship application that is sparking some anger. This is in Rensselaer. The one-page form asks things like, will this relationship cause drama? It asks about the person, if you plan to date them or you're already dating, if your behavior will decline because of this relationship. And it was allegedly given to a teenage student recently. Some people are saying the school overstepped here. News Channel 13 has learned the relationship application was given to a female high school student at Rensselaer City School by the assistant principal. The application also asks, if a relationship ends, will you notify Mr. M within 48 hours, the assistant principal? The VP of the school board says she found out about the application last weekend, and she says that this is invasive of the student's privacy. The superintendent for the Rensselaer City School District says this was only used one time as a reflection tool. It was not turned in, nor was it filled out, but they say they will not be using it again. We also had more to learn today in the Jacob Klein trial. Prosecutors showing hours of video that allegedly shows Jacob Klein stalking Philip Rabati from his home in New Scotland to St. Peter's. That's where he worked as a physician's assistant. This is video from, well, not this video, but the video that they showed in court where we are not allowed to have our cameras. It shows the days leading up to the day of the murder. Klein is accused of killing Rabati, the husband of his ex-girlfriend from years ago. A friend of Klein's who lives in Texas testified in court today. He claims Klein called him the day after the crime and said he was in big trouble with the law, was going to turn himself in, and needed someone to take care of his dog. Today, prosecutors timed out video tracing Klein from his rented Airbnb to the crime scene. One key piece of video was captured by a neighbor's camera. It shows a hooded figure approaching the home. Philip Rabati presumably opens the door, and the two stand in the front of the home, and they both say hi. The person then enters the home with Rabati and presumably commits the murder. In some cases, the video is grainy. In some cases, it more clearly ties Klein to the New Scotland home and to St. Peter's. Now, again, we are not allowed to have our cameras in court for this part of the trial, so we are having to report to you from our notes, and Stella Porter has been in the courtroom all week long reporting on this. Finally, a man wanted by police for allegedly secretly recording women and posting them online was arrested today. Charles Ross appeared in Saratoga Springs City Court earlier today. This arrest comes after Saratoga Springs and State Park Police investigated a social media account that was posting videos and pictures of women without them knowing in Saratoga Springs and the Saratoga Spa State Park. The judge says Ross is charged with something called a non-qualifying offense, which means bail cannot be set. But based on his criminal history, the judge said he will be released with supervision. Two of his prior convictions involve similar incidents, which is of concern to the court. In 2019, he was convicted of attempted stalking. In 2007, he was sentenced to stalking in the fourth degree. You might remember that in 2018, Ross was arrested. He was accused of following young girls in South Glens Falls and charged with stalking there. So a lot of headlines that we are covering tonight, but we are also tracking your first morning forecast. I'm going to bring in Winique Martinez right now, who has our first morning forecast for us. Winique.
Yeah, Rachel, we are tracking chilly temps tonight and for tomorrow morning. Current look right now at Albany on the CDPHP first warning cam, 62 degrees, so a mild night tonight. But as I mentioned, we are tracking those chilly temperatures, and we do have a frost advisory in effect for these areas highlighted in blue. So this frost advisory goes into effect from midnight tonight until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Hamilton and Warren counties. If we look at that first warning live Doppler radar, currently dry across the capital region. We do have high pressure to our north, keeping us dry for the next few days. Temperatures right now are mild across the region in the 50s and lower 60s, but as I mentioned, we are tracking that cool down. So by tomorrow at 6 a.m., Albany, you'll be at 42 degrees, Troy 43, Glens Falls 39, and Warrensburg 37 degrees. So be sure to grab that jacket as you are headed out the door tomorrow, because it will be a cold one. If you're getting the kids ready to go out to school tomorrow, be sure they also have a jacket. 41, patchy fog and chilly for the school day forecast to start tomorrow. 40 degrees to start in the morning, then we warm up into the upper 50s by 11 a.m. High temperatures tomorrow will reach the upper 60s, low 70s, so we will warm up quickly with plenty of sunshine. 44 tonight, mostly clear with those areas of patchy fog developing, and then that fog will linger as we head into tomorrow morning with chilly temperatures, mostly sunny throughout the day, then pleasant with high temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. Looks great for the week ahead. We have that chance of spotty showers on Friday, a slight chance at 20%. Next weekend will be great, mostly sunny conditions with that warm up 74 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday, and 78 on Monday.
I look forward to those upper 70s. That'll be a nice little reminder of summer.
I think so. And humidity will be low. So at least we don't have to deal with upper 70s and high humidity, Rachel.
Yes, absolutely. Wanique, thank you so much. So a lot of headlines that we are covering here tonight. We talked about all of these, the Jacob Klein trial, the man arrested for stalking that was in Saratoga Springs, and this relationship application in a school that has a lot of people talking. For News Channel 13 Live at 9, we sit down with Tessa Bentulin, who talks about the story behind the story and what she was learning as she was reporting on this today, things that she couldn't include in her story for the sake of time. So you hear from her coming up at 9 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we have more stories to come. Dan Levy is covering a story about this dog that's really causing problems in a neighborhood near here. So we're going to break that down coming up on News Channel 13 Live at 11.